So my name is Hein and I'm your host for today. You can comment below if you have any questions and I'll do my best to actually reply to them or make a video about them, which is even better because I just love the succulents and I know that you do too. So without further ado, good afternoon. I'm so excited to do this video with you today because something extraordinary has happened to this Echeveria Afterglow, and I really want to share it with you because maybe it's happened to you before. Because in this video I want to show you why succulents flower out the middle, more specifically why Echeverias flower out the middle rather than your Aeoniums that only flower and then die, where Echeveria Afterglows, they should flower and flower and flower and flower and they don't die when they flower. So but this one is going to flower, this one here right behind me, and I'm going to be doing this video with you so that you can then see how this actually happened and what is going to happen and what to do actually if it is your flower in this situation. So without further ado, let's have a look at this Echeveria Afterglow. Alright, well, it is a beautiful day in PE, my first hand cam. So the question is here, why is my succulent flowering out the middle? Alright, so over here you can clearly see that it's coming out the middle. This is now what you first of all call an Echeveria Afterglow, where it's an Echeveria of course, and it's got some powdery leaves. For example, if I touch a little spot over there, do you see it's made a little spot? And now it's quite a sensitive plant to touching, so just beware. But today with this little guy, I see that it has now flowered out the center, and now that's quite unusual because the flowers of the Echeverias usually come out the side and over. They never come out the center, but what a beautiful plant it is. I mean, look at those flowers. They're quite large, probably about 5 or 6 centimeters, and it's busy making babies. And this is now a plant that I've taken. This is now a plant that I've actually taken from the plant house. So this is now growing in greenhouse conditions, or under shade cloth, and then this is totally growing outside. So you'll notice that those are a bit shriveled up. That's the intense heat and little water that's causing them to shrivel up. This Afterglow on the left is more, nicer conditions. It's cooler. It's allowed the leaves, the babies, to come out. I've also done some maintenance on it by taking, umbrella nearly flew away. By taking off the bottom leaves to promote baby growth. So that's why that's making babies. And then you'll also notice that this plant is quite aged. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 babies on. This has got it's 3, plant of 3. And this is a reasonably young plant, and that's an old plant. And you can see by all the dead leaves that it's got that it's quite an aged plant, and it's been in this pot for a long time. And there's another succulent growing out of it. 2, in fact, there's one growing up there. So this plant has just said, thank you very much, Hein, but it's time to go. And that's why it is now actually committed itself to flowering out the middle. So this plant is going to die. It's going to flower, it's going to make its pretty little flowers, but then this will just shrivel up, die, and then that will grow its legacy, and then those other succulents will obviously take over. But you can see here that it's old. So what can you do to save the succulent? You can do absolutely nothing but enjoy the beautifulness of it. What I do to this pot, because I see that its mother plant is now dying, I'd maybe grab a plant like that, take it out of the pot and replant it into a pot like this, just to maintain its beauty of the afterglow. But see, now there's certain types of flowers that you need to understand. And then one of these flowers that I'm talking about is an Aeonium kiwi, and I'm going to take you to them right now. Okay, so we are back. So there are succulents that do flower at the middle, such as the Aeoniums, what I have over here. And you can see that they flower out the middle. So now these will flower